Off the coast of Senegal is Cape Verde, known locally as Cabo Verde. A stunning chain of islands with diverse landscapes from volcanic mountains to piercing green valleys and unspoiled beaches. Santiago Island is the largest island in the archipelago. And our journey starts with a hike through the breathtaking Calabacera Valley. Down a rocky path, passing small farms and rum distilleries, all surrounded by the lush green vegetation the valley is known for.
So this is Banana Street, and why this street is important, because this is the oldest street in Cabo Verde. It's actually where the first settlement happened in the city.
The Portuguese came to Cape Verde in 1462, and Banana Street is the entrance to that old city, Cidade Velha. Santo Antão is arguably one of the most beautiful islands in the world. The terrain is split between desert and lush green valleys.
So the last eruption was 500 years ago, and now the crater floor is used as agricultural farmland.
This takes you downhill into the stunning valley, into the center of an oasis of vast vegetation. On Fogo Island, we hike the most unique terrain of the active volcano of Pico de Fogo, which is also the highest point in the archipelago.
Pico de Fogo is one of the most active volcanoes in the Atlantic Ocean. In fact, since the 15th century, there have been more than 30 eruptions, and this is the site of the very last eruption, which started in November of 2014 and ended in February of 2015.
Our hike takes us to a plateau that reveals breathtaking views of the town below. Living in the crater, locals have adapted to the ever-present threat of eruptions.
We love to be out here, we have our land, and that's what we do. We are farmers.
Cape Verde's natural beauty and adventure offer an unforgettable experience. The diverse landscapes and rich cultures make this part of West Africa a must-visit destination.
We've been cleared for landing.
If you're looking for a deeper connection to history and a journey through rich cultural landscapes, then a trip to West Africa offers an unfiltered experience for adventurous travelers. Dakar, Senegal's bustling capital, is a city of contrasts, from raw markets to high-end boutiques, and the iconic African Renaissance Monument. The African Renaissance Monument, built in 2010, symbolizes growth and prosperity for Africa in the 21st century. Travel to West Africa has long been restricted due to civil wars, political, and health crises. Efforts are being made to make tourism to West Africa more attractive. From my experience here, there's a welcoming support from locals. A half-hour ferry ride from Dakar takes you to the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Goree Island. Only 69 acres, there's no cars, and only 1,500 people live here. One of the oldest landmarks on the island is the House of Slaves and its door of no return, now a museum and memorial to the victims of the Atlantic slave trade. The Gambia, the smallest country within mainland Africa, is uniquely situated within Senegal. The journey is to visit the ancestral village home of Kunta Kinte, the stolen man whose journey was famously documented in Alex Haley's Roots series.
So this is the village of the Kinte clan, where we're going back 5 centuries to learn about the original story of Kunta Kinte, about his life before becoming enslaved and being brought to the Americas, and we're learning from his descendants themselves.
In the Mandinka village of Djoufre, there is much pride in recounting Kunta Kinte's story, symbolic of the millions of other African people who had their own lives before enduring the horrors of the Middle Passage. Kunta Kinte Island is now in ruins, eroded down to a fraction of its original size. Despite this, there is still enough evidence of the horrors that occurred on this island. The stories are painful to hear, but important to keep alive as the people of these communities vow that the atrocities of the Atlantic slave trade shall never happen again. Despite the past, Senegal and the Gambia are impactful destinations for cultural exchange, rich in history and beauty.
We've been cleared for landing.